Life by the river Ravi takes its form as the city of Lahore. The city is drenched in its cultural heritage. It is the cultural, intellectual, and artistic center of the nation. For residents, Lahore is their hometown, but to the world, it is the city of gardens, the hub of Basant, the city of gourmet, and last but not the least, the city of Mughal architecture. Its faded elegance, busy streets and bazaars, and the wide variety of Islamic and British architecture makes it a city full of atmosphere, contrast, and surprise. The warm and receptive people of Lahore are known for their traditional hospitality. This is a city of vivid differences, where bustling bazaars, frantic streets, glorious fading elegance, a British architecture and echoing atmosphere of city's many mosques merge together into a history that is both dramatic and fascinating. Lahore is the country's undisputed center of cultural life. Being the center of cultural and literary activities, it may rightly be called the cultural capital of Pakistan. Allah, 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 Wazir Khan Mosque is renowned all over the world for its elaborate and detailed decoration with frescoes and kashikari, brick imitation. There isn't a single inch inside and outside that isn't embellished or decorated. The vivid colors and large number of inscriptions enhance the beauty of its Mughal architecture. Whereas the floor is concerned, it is entirely built in cut and dressed in small brickwork laid in 13 different patterns. The original floor still exists about 5 feet below the present ground level. It is the third and the last historical building that was brought under observation during the reign of Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan by Islamuddin Ansari, commonly known as Nawab Wazir Khan, who was the governor of Lahore till 1639 AD. The mosque was completed in about 7 years from 1634 to 1641 AD. The mosque is built with small bricks laid in conker lime with a sprinkling of red sandstone. Even the grills are in terracotta. The outstanding architectural features are its octagonal four-corner minarets, which are 107 feet high, decorated with mosaic tiles. A bazaar consisting of 22 shops forms an integral part of the plan of the mosque, which is the first ever provided in a mosque. The shops are in 2 parallel rows with a brick paved passage in between. This tells us a lot about the past. The bazaars show us that at a time when there was less value for money, people were still involved in buying and selling activities. They were sensible people who looked at the convenience factor more than anything else. Again, a bazaar being a part of the plan of a mosque is a perfect example. Of course, now these activities take place outside the mosque and the bazaar is no more functional. Nowadays, the manner in which people go to the mosque and offer their prayers show a great deal of brotherhood. These people seem to be very closely knit. Everyone seems to know everyone. There is a great deal of respect for religious leaders within the society. It is rather surprising to see in times of pride and different social classes, the religious leaders to nominal families as well as the gypsies, all living in the same neighborhood. In the evening, the mosque looks like a sparkling jewel, enhancing the rich culture and heritage. Opposite the majestic Masti Gate stands the Maryam Zamani Mosque. The gate was named after this mosque. Originally it was called the Masjidi Gate, but with the due passage of time, it became Masti Gate from Masjidi. It is also known as the Begum Shahi Mosque. This mosque is celebrated for 2 very important features: the double domes with which the prayer chamber is crowned and the exquisite fresco paintings on the interior surface. Constructed of brick masonry and rendered with plaster, it is a massive structure representing a transitional phase of architecture between the Lodi and the Mughal periods. The courtyard must have been paved with brick tiles in usual Mughal fashion, but it has now been completely relaid in modern brick. It stands out for its unique fresco decoration, with which the whole interior surface of the prayer chamber is filled. The paintings are unrivaled for their delicacy, liveliness, perfection of technique, and a variety of subject. The endless variety of geometric, floral, and inscriptional designs spread over the interior surface in a subtle color scheme is not seen elsewhere. Shades of green, ochre, red, blue, yellow have been used to decorate the mosque. The mosque possesses several inscriptions, both Quranic and non-Quranic, executed exclusively in plaster in high and bold relief. A characteristic first met with here among the historic Mughal monuments of Lahore. Among the non-Quranic inscriptions, the one executed over the arch of the entrance gate and one executed on the high facade of the prayer chamber are important, as they record the name of the founder and the date of completion of the mosque. It was due to the mosque's utilization as a gunpowder factory by Ranjit Singh that the mosque became known as the Barud Khana Wali Masjid. It was not until 1850 that the mosque was restored to the Muslims of Lahore, who were able to rehabilitate it with their contributions. The mosque gives a lot of significance to its specific part of Lahore, but the culture and lifestyle of this place is equally enriching. The daily activities that mainly consist of buying and selling of mechanical spare parts, shoes and other domestic activities. The lifestyle of the people inhabiting this part of the city is very different than that of ours. Much more simpler, and here everybody seems to be busy in their own activities. Dayanga Mosque is a mosque situated near the railway station of Lahore. It is named after Dayanga, a nurse whose real name was Zebunissa. She was a wet nurse of Shah Jahan and was respected in the royal house. She built this mosque in 1635 AD. The tomb of Dayanga is known as the Gulabi Bagh. Her family had been closely associated with the Moghul imperial family. It is believed that the mosque was built in 1635 AD, before Dayanga went to perform Hajj. However, the inscription in the mosque is said to date it to 1649 AD. The mosque was well maintained and frequented by worshippers. The design of the mosque is based on a single aisle, three-bay plan form, a comparatively simplified version of the spectacular mosques built by the Mughals. Somehow, unlike the other areas that we visited, the society and people living around Dayanga seem to be bored with life, in the sense that in the other parts there is a lot of life and color and activity going on. Whereas around this area, life seems to be stuck in time, and they don't seem to have any personal attachments with Dayanga or its past. A proof of this ignorance is the decaying of the building and the fact that nobody seems to be doing anything about it. Although a lot of restoration work has been carried out on the building, much appears to belong to later period restorative efforts. It cannot take away from the magnificence of the original structure. The exterior surface of the projection as well as the flanking compartments have been divided into numerous decorative panels of various shapes, sizes and designed filled with fluoridite patterns created by means of mosaic kashi. The dominant colors used in the tilery as well as the interior panels are blue, orange and yellow. The treatment of facade into panels embellished with scintillating multicolored tile mosaic is a favorite decorative medium during Shah Jahan's days. While entering the Shah Alam gate, the streets tend to get congested as one goes further inside with the pedestrians, cyclists, children and rickshaws moving about in the same street. Deeper inside the Shah Alam gate is the Rang Mahal, where a lot of economical activity takes place. Roadside shops that once had wooden doors sell shoes, clothes, both bridal and casual, bangles and parandas seem to be much in their business. Food and beverages are also sold in the same streets where the children are running and rickshaws are passing by. With the Rang Mahal is a mosque which is known for its golden domes. This area catches much attention because of this mosque. It was built in 1753 AD and is said to be the largest mosque courtyard in the world for outdoor prayers. The founder of the mosque was Nawab Sayyid Bikari Khan, Deputy Governor of Lahore during the reign of Muhammad Shah. The mosque itself is a little elevated to save it from any kinds of floods and used to have hujre where people could come and stay, more or less like an inn. The original red brick flooring, fresco on the walls and the inside of the dome still remain. There seems to be a lot happening in these streets, although there isn't much to do, but people seem to be in a hurry at all time, trying to reach to something. We think we and our lives are too busy, but these people and their lives seem to be in a race, although the lifestyle is much simpler than that of ours. Nonetheless, being in this area for more than an hour provokes you to go back in time and actually imagine these streets then. Obviously not as crowded as they are today, but more or less the same activities used to take place. The people living there are very attached to this piece of land, and if given the opportunity to move into a much more developed area of the city of Lahore, example Defence of Gulberg, they would turn it down without thinking twice. Their past and future is closely linked to this area, culture and heritage.